Okay, so let's make the third video of programming with BSS Works on my CNC. So the first thing that we want to do on this video, we saw how to, on the second video, we saw how to do the nesting. But what about if you want to, let's say that your boss has said, okay, let's can you make a piece that is 60 inches by 45 inches, and you'll be like, okay, that piece is too big, so if I do a nesting, I'm gonna waste a lot of time. So I'm gonna show you a few tricks that I always use in that case. So my first thing that I do is I go to new, right, and then I create a new piece data, and this piece that I'm going to create is gonna be 60 inches. You want to make sure that it's in the x-axis. I don't know, my machine is 60 by 140, but some CNC they are like 4 by 8 or 4 by 10 and 4 by 12. Mine is 4 by 12, which is 144. So I'm just gonna put that my pics I'm sorry, my machine is 5 by 12. But in this case, we're going to assume that the machine is 4 by 8, okay? So we're gonna put that the piece in the width, which is the x-axis of the machine, as you can see, if we go to the machine, here, you can find out y, x, and z. As you can see, it's plus and the z-axis is down. So now, knowing this, right? Let's go to the machine again. Okay. Knowing this, that means that the piece data on the x-axis is that way. Is this way, okay? So knowing this, I know that my piece that I need to cut for my boss is 60 inches, and on the high, which is the y-axis, is 45 inches. So then my thickness, I'm gonna put 0.75, and then I'm gonna press OK. So now we have a piece that is that is 60 by 45. But let's make it, instead of 65, we're gonna make it this piece, instead of 45, we're gonna make it 40 inches, and we're gonna center that piece over here, okay? So let's center this piece over here. So the first thing to do, or like always, when I create a new program, I go to my milling and then milling again. Okay, so now we're gonna put here, let me cut. I was trying to use a program in order to make this video more better, but the thing is that I don't have audio on this CNC, so then it's not. So now on the diameter, we're gonna just deselect it, and over here we are going to put the depth. We're gonna deselect it and select it, so like that it can go to the default. Later on, I'm gonna show you how to work with that. Right now, we're just gonna focus on this. So now we're gonna go to the 3A components compressor. I don't know. I always like sometimes I call it component and sometimes compressor. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna just go on the right side, always on the right side. If you're cutting outside, always right. Sometimes you're gonna see, but always you need to check your tool path, okay? Let's go to the lead in type, and then we're gonna put 45, and over here 45. I wish I have videos on, they have a lot of videos on YouTube how to do this, because when I started doing CNC programming, forget about it. I had a hard time on my job. So vertical runs, we're gonna put 3 because the piece is 0.75. Like I said, I gotta make another video about toolings and things like that, so you guys understand when we're talking about up and down float, float. I don't know if it's float or float that it's called, but because this is really, you need to know how to at least sometimes let's put two vertical rams like that. I can cut 0. It was gonna cut at the first time it's gonna cut 3/8, and then the second time it's gonna finish it up cutting the other 3/8. Okay, so and we're gonna avoid output between the rounds. Okay, we're gonna do this because we don't want the machine to go up and then to go down again. That's wasting time, and time is money. So then we're gonna just go initial station. We don't need that. So we don't need that right now. Okay, so now how do I go? So if I go to figure, you see that I'm not able to select it. What happened? Well, you always, before you select the figure, you need to go to end of path, select that one, and then as you can see, if I go to figure, I can see all my figure over here, right? And then I can just select rectangle. Always like this. I like this program better than the Biesse, the new program that they have. So let's use corner, length, LPX, length of piece on the x-axis, and LPY, length of the piece on the y-axis. Okay, so now let's done this. Now styling. What about if I want to make a radius? How can I make a little radius over here? So now if you want to make a radius, you can do it two ways. Use AutoCAD, or you can use it through here. And over here on the says chamfer type, circular, and then you're gonna put, like, for example, 1 inch over here. Okay, and you can see that now you have one radius of 1 inch, 2 inches. Now we got radius of 2 inches on all sizes. Okay, if you want to make something more like more detailed, something more difficult to do, then you're gonna need AutoCAD, because this program is good for doing things that you're gonna normally use it for. Like, for example, right now I can always change the dimension and it's gonna stay the same thing. So basically it's gonna what I'm trying to say, the piece data, the piece itself, I can change it, and my program is gonna still with the 2 inches radius, everything like how it is. This is good because if you're making multiple programs, you don't have to just make it all in AutoCAD, or just make it one by one. Just change the dimension and that's it, if they're the same thing. Okay, so now let's go back to topic. Okay, so now what about if I want to cut this piece? Okay, before we do this, before we cut this piece, the first thing that we need to check is make sure that it's cutting the outside. Yes, as in the two path thickness, we can deselect this one. So you're gonna have the piece like this. So in order to see, display the two path, and then you put display the lead in. So now we got the outside is the blue line. That means that the tooth, the tool is passing through this line, the blue line. Okay, and since we said that display the lead in and lead out, we're gonna see where the lead in and lead out start at. As you can see, the lead in and lead out start over here. You see it? Let me put a little bit more down. Sometimes I need to watch at the camera in order to see what's going on too, if the video is recording. Okay, so now once we have that, in order to cut a piece, we just can always just go to save as, and then save it inside the program file. As you can see, I have shortcut on my computer on the desktop, PSSPMP. But how you can get through there? You can get through there to WNC home DXL. So I'm gonna leave it open for a little bit so you guys have like the location from the local disk C up until this one, and you can always make a shortcut. Once you have the shortcut, you can save this, and then you can always add this one directly into the program, whatever program you're running. So if you're running, let's say I had table cut over here, I can add program to work list, and as you can see, I have this now that I can run. Okay, so this video is 10 minutes already, so I'm gonna make another video explaining other things and trying to let's do other things, other exercises and things that you can learn more about BSS works and how to do programs in it.